So much that his name is now synonymous with the likes of Jamie Kennedy, Carrot Top, and Bob Saget. No, man. I joke because I care. Because I really care. Because I really care to never hear you do another joke again. No, but I really think you have a great career ahead of you. I hope you kind of follow in the footsteps of the great Robin Williams. If only you kill yourself sooner, then we didn't have to hit another joke. Speaking of miserable comedians, John Lee is with us tonight, everybody. Yes. If you don't know Chuck, he's a local musician. He smells like a Colorado dispensary and actually happens to be the local dispensary. Now tonight, Chuck is Jason Hester. Jason's one of the co-owners of The Deep End and is best known for being the roommate of James Hewling from the TV show Big Brother. If you don't know who James Hewling is, then I applaud you. If you do know who he is, then I hope you slit your wrists when you go home because you're the reason that piece of shit show still exists and James doesn't have a real job. Here's a little known fact about the show, though. James is physically the shortest contestant ever to appear on Big Brother. In fact, he's so short that Jason has to lie on his side to suck James's dick at night. Are you paying rent? Or is it like membership fees to be in his own garage? Either way, dude, you're really like riding the smallest coattails on the way to the D-list of celebrity. How do you stand in such a small shadow? Speaking of shadows, Chris Roberson, everybody. Chris Roberson's a manager at Journeys here in the morning. For nearly 3 decades, Ryan has been in the lives of almost everyone in this room, and he's managed to pretty much piss off every one of us. In those 30 years, Ryan never knew a thought he shouldn't share, and he never knew one of those thoughts we didn't want to shove right back up his ass. If we can, let's go ahead and go to a video of Ryan introducing himself with some of those thoughts.
Oh, dear.
Really piss poor name for a rapper, considering that rappers have like one of the biggest vocabularies, and Ryan can't even spell vocabularies. He got a tattoo of a pizza slice on his arm for the preface that he was going to be given a franchise and free pizza for life. The only thing he's done with that is get free pizza, I think, 3 times so far, and so we're really kind of confused about that. Ryan motherfucking Thomas! Listen, man, you may have, pissed off every soul in this room, but the fact of the matter is we're all here because you probably touched our hearts as well. And unfortunately, a couple penises and probably a few vaginas as well. But, man, everyone here is because they love you, man, and so do I. And I just, thanks for having a great spirit about this, and thanks for being here, and good luck to you tonight, man. Congrats on the roast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hitt. Michael Hitt from that terrible band that nobody remembers, Bald Wolf. And it's 45 minutes of somebody whining. It's Ryan Thomas during sex. Speaking of bands nobody wants to hear anymore, Charles Bridges, also part of that band, Dog Waltz. You know, how did they stay roommates together? They both look like Jesus. I think they get confused sometimes. Like, I don't know which one died and which one rose from the dead. You're both too high to even know which one is which. You guys are trading off IDs at the liquor store. No, next time you charge me 20 for a gram, I'm coming after you, Charles. It's amazing. I finally found somebody who's darker than me, Marcia. You know, that commercial they're talking about filming, I swear to God, I think we were those children. I'm still waiting for my money to come in. I don't know if you got a wheelchair. I think Caleb Nolte is the one who looks like the accountant and handles all that money. He also looks like the guy who's standing outside of the van that says free candy on it. Caleb, I don't know whether I should be your friend or come pick your cotton. Ladies and gentlemen, I got John Lee with me. I really had nothing for John Lee because I honestly don't know anything about him. It feels like every time I see you is the first time. It's honestly a little romantic, and I think there might be something between us. We should talk about it. By the way, nice shirt. It flatters you. I see you looking at me. Guy Justison. Guy's actually one of my really close friends. We come up in this music scene together in bands that I don't even think he remembers being in. We might have been in one of those bands. It's amazing that you have traveled more than I have, played in stadiums and concert halls that I haven't played in or even thought to dream of, and yet you can still be in shitty bands the entire time. To say this, the man of the hour, Ryan Dylan Thomas. Ryan, you motherfucker. For the past decade, literally decade, I have seen you rise and fall and rise and fall, and that is just with half the chicks that you fucked. Most of them right after me. Ryan Thomas, you fancy yourself a hip-hop artist. You hip-hop over every beat that you get on. With stuttery vocabulary, words that you made up, references to Harry Potter as it pertains to your actual life. Ryan Thomas, you are more confusing than the reason why we are all here. No, but Ryan, really, you have come a long way. You've come a long way. You've gone from nearly blowing your face off with a Mountain Dew bottle with some M80s poured in it, to nearly blowing your face off when you decide that you're going to get depressed over some chick breaking up with you. And personally, I wish that both times it had actually happened. But that's just because I care about you, and I also care about the safety of everyone else. Many things, we've done many things together that we shouldn't speak about in this room, because most of those people are connected to it. But beyond everything, you've always stood behind me, you've always helped me be better than I ever have been, and thanks to you, maybe one day I'll actually make $1 million. And when I do, I'm not even going to throw you a red cent. Ryan Thomas, I hope that tonight, beyond all of this, you realize that the only reason we're doing this, other than if we didn't care, we would be here, is because everybody is going to enjoy eviscerating you for the next, 40 minutes? Maybe more if we have time. I'll be doing it for the rest of your life, as long as I'm concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, nobody talked about the handshake? Did somebody talk about the handshake?
Watch out, you're in the fallout zone, and this next act has a 70% chance of bombing.
How's everybody doing tonight? First off, I think I deserve a little more respect from these disrespectful, fucking ungrateful motherfuckers up here on this stage for getting the comedy scene in this town started to begin with.
Yeah!
If it weren't for me, this event probably wouldn't even be happening. And don't read too much into this shit. If this is a train wreck, it's still Ryan's fault.
Oh, yeah.
But still, without there being comedy in this town, these 9 people probably wouldn't even be in the same room at the same time together. In fact, the only place you'd see Michael hit, aside from running this place, is whenever he was just out trying to convince his best friend Paul that his wacky Asian girlfriend totally isn't bad for the band. And by the way, nice job on the editing of that video. I understand how it got so fucked up when the computer you use still uses a fucking punch card. Seriously, man, like you look like such a stereotypical fucking 60s hippie stoner that even Caleb Nolte thinks you should get off your shit and get a real job. And that guy wipes people's asses for a living. You know, if it weren't for comedy, the only place you see Marcia Aligwe is on those commercials that you see late at night, like that say, you know, for only 90 cents a day, you can feed this young child. But only as the after picture for an overly successful campaign. Charles Bridges wouldn't be here. Charles Bridges, he would be back to his day job of selling marijuana to naive young white kids for like $80 a fucking quarter, man. And Chris would still be the only one buying it.
Charles, not that cheap.
Jason Hester. You wouldn't be here, you'd still be chasing your dreams of being the #1 entourage member of a D-list celebrity. Keep aiming for those stars, buddy. You know, I feel like ignore them. This is directly to you, buddy. I need to clarify something for you, okay? Somebody else's success doesn't rub off on you just because you let them rub one off on you. Caleb Nolte, instead of being here, would still be doing his side hustle of selling moonshine in 2017. Thank you, Charles. You know, Charles, I think you might actually pull off this raising a kid thing, honestly. Just think of it like growing some weed, man. You know, like all you gotta do is just make sure that it's got enough nutrients, right? Give it plenty of water, and do your very best to make sure it doesn't come out all shitty and Mexican, because that's how you get Kevin Segura. Oh, and remember, if anybody ever describes your child as dank, that's not a good thing. Why you like it up here, buddy? It reminds you of home. But you know what, man? Hey, I can't really blame you, dude. If I was 35 and still lived with my parents, I'd probably try to drink myself into a coma as well. And now Ryan Thomas, man. Ryan, maybe some of you guys don't know that Ryan Thomas's official title here is the head of marketing at Waist Youth Entertainment. I'm just kidding, he tells that to fucking everybody. I'm fairly certain, in fact, Ryan, that the only thing that you have managed to successfully market that entire time that you've held that role is yourself. Like, this roast might as well have been called like Ryan Thomas Presents the Roast of Ryan Thomas by Ryan Thomas, featuring Ryan fucking Thomas. With videos edited and produced by Ryan Thomas. But you don't seem to get it, man. Like, the reason that Comedy Central roasts work is because they're about people that have actually done shit with their lives. Like, because it makes it easier for the audience and the roasters if there's a wide pool of work to refer back to that we can all share the experience of and poke fun at, you know, in a kind-hearted way. All you've given us is your illustrious career as a guy who says he's an actor, a guy who says he's a musician, a guy who says he's a rapper, a guy who says he's a comedian, a guy who says he's got a big dick, and a guy who says he's the head of marketing at fucking Waist Deep Entertainment. When are you going... Brian, when are you going to learn that just because you have friends that are good at a thing, that does not make you automatically good at that same thing by proximity? Like, if you can actually genuinely explain a way that trickle-down talent works for you in your life, you might convince Caleb Nolte to vote for you. People that have shamelessly self-promoted their way into being my friend, you're my favorite. You're also the only one. Good night, everybody.
Look, the microphone works just fine. I just don't think it likes your set. I mean, geez, guy, what kind of accent is that? I mean, you're born in Saudi Arabia, raised in Michigan, but for some reason you sound like Sean Connery gargling cum. Our next performer is down in Wichita Falls what AIDS virus did in Africa. Kevin Segura, everybody.
We're just gonna get right into this. Marcia, your pussy looks like an upright Arby's Max. Marcia, if you wore a blonde wig and a red dress, you look like the psychic ice-type Pokemon Jinx. It's the most racist Pokemon. You always like to chime in while others perform. Shut the fuck up, Marcia. You're not at the movies. You should be worried about your ex, but I'm more worried he won't get the job done. I hope we never have sex. I'd rather get stuck in a conversation with Guy Justiceson. Holy hell, you're lame, Guy. I don't know why I hate you. I just know I don't ever want to spend any time with you. You're a comedy martyr, because you go up on stage and die. You go die for what you believe in and what no one in your audience believes is funny. Jonathan Lee. Jonathan Lee was supposed to be here tonight, but he had to cancel last minute in order to suck a dick. I didn't know if you were going to be here. Jonathan has a really dumb face and a really bad personality, so I'm not really sure how he's getting all these dudes to fuck him. Jonathan was raised on Nickelodeon, Lunchables, and child molestation. Guess which one he misses most? Jason Hester. Jason, I don't know you, but you seem really boring though, like someone I can possibly give a fuck about. I can't wait for you to die in a tragic car accident so I can make jokes out of Dean too soon. You're one of the Mexicans I hope Trump gasses. Side note, Jason is actually Filipino. Still don't give a fuck. I don't care. How about you fill up on these nuts, you little bitch? Speaking of someone who doesn't care about Mexicans or Asians, Caleb Nolte, everybody. Caleb, you are butt ugly. Fuck. You are a poor man's Larry the Cable Guy, which is hard to do because all his friends are already poor, which would make your mom, because I'm just assuming she's really fucking poor, like really extreme poverty. Like. To propel negative African American stereotypes. I don't know which I hate more, your comedic delivery or, wait, hold on, shut up. We had to rewrite some shit. I don't know which I hate more, your comedic delivery or Dog Waltz delivering me music. It's not great. Chuck is a guitarist for Dog Waltz. Chuck's full name is Charles Bridges. Where do the bridges lead to, Chuck? Weedville? You're the kind of guy that 14-year-olds think is cool and the kind of guy that shouldn't have responsibility. You look like someone that would find a sack of weed, smoke some, then offer some to the owner when they catch you. You've been so many sacks, you make Michael Hitt's mom not look like a whore. Michael, another member of Dog Waltz, Michael Hitt. Michael, your music sucks. More like Michael No Hits, am I right? You're really onto something. Really on your way to being poor and homeless. Growing up, Michael's parents kept him on a steady diet of secondhand smoke and domestic violence. Ryan Thomas. Sorry, Ryan. Ryan Thomas is a fucking douchebag. Is what I would say in high school to make friends. You were a punchline before I knew who you were. I made a lot of friends by acting like I hated you, and now that I actually know you, I should have made more friends. I've never met a try-hard that needed to try harder. Why and how did you base your personality off Seth Green's character in Can't Hardly Wait? Special K? Anybody? You should be getting punched in the face way more often. Because you are a high school bully's dream. A short, delusional prick that's oblivious to the fact that no one likes him. In fact, you're one reason this whole anti-bullying movement started. Till people realized they wouldn't mind if you were the victim of a school shooting. It's funny how many people are here tonight. Usually you're the reason not to go somewhere. The only thing less than the number of real friends you have is the number of times your parents have felt proud of you. Speaking of dumb whores, I hear your mom used to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. She's had more football players on her than ESPN. ESPN2 and ESPN the U. Her idea of a fullback is when they're all done coming. Your mom's fantasy football team is just a list of guys she hasn't sucked off yet. She calls her asshole the end zone because that's where black guys finish. Your mom's a slut. She's a real slut. You whispered into my friend Lisa's ear and asked if she wanted to see your big dick. Surprisingly, she didn't want to be the first. But no way you have a big dick. Why would you have a big dick? You having a big dick is like a paraplegic having a pair of Air Jordans. A paraplegic is what we were all hoping for when we heard you crash your car a couple years back. Ryan, you're the reason I hate white people. More people are here tonight than will be at your funeral, for sure. I wonder if there's a Thomas Ryan out there that isn't the town's fool, that people actually enjoy having around, that knows what it is like to be loved or hell, even liked. Nah, he's probably a faggot too, actually. Honestly, Ryan, I've always been kind of indifferent towards you. Just like, I'm indifferent towards everything. It's kind of a problem. But thanks for letting me do this. Thanks, guys.
I know I said some mean things about her earlier this evening, but I want y'all to know that Marcia Legway is the sweetest person in the world, really. You're a great person. If you spend enough time around her, you'll get to know that. And guys, if you ever get a chance to date her, let me give you a little piece of advice, a little something to remember. While you're out there vying to be number one in her heart, you're also vying to be number 9,782 in her pussy. So, Marcia Legway.
Thanks for that beautiful intro, Michael. So I've been a comedian for 2 years. Talked about every disgusting topic you can imagine, and Ryan Thomas is my worst material. Ryan, people usually get roasted because they've accomplished something. We're roasting you because you're pretty much at the apex of your journey. Like Michael Jackson's final tour, this is it, Ryan. We're all secretly hoping your dreads catch on fire while you're drinking a Pepsi. Wow! Wichita Falls finest on this stage. Man, I really love you guys. You make it so easy to be celibate in this town. Kevin Segura, everyone's favorite comic and mailman. How's that for an accomplishment? nothing negative to say. But how does it feel to be the dirtier version of Ryan Thomas? Kevin, you look like a pre-existing condition. Kevin Segura's body is built like a top-heavy white woman. Look at him. All shoulders with no ass. Kevin, stand up. Look, if your skin wasn't so brown, you'd be Chris Roberson's baby mama. Speaking of fatherless babies, Chris Roberson. Chris is so white. Chris is actually whiter than me. Chris Roberson is so white, he got a job. Crazy, right? Even crazier, Chris Roberson is so white. He got a job at the Dollar Tree just so he could use his employee discount on tiki torches. Caleb Nolte. I love you, Caleb. You know, if you ever get to know Caleb, there's one thing he always mentions, and it's how much he loves the deep end. And I get it, okay? It's because he grew up in a trailer much like this one. Half the size, but still, stocked with beer and a stage for his mom to practice on before work. Chris, I think you're right. Caleb, you kind of look like you used to run a cotton farm. Every time I hug you, I can hear your sideburns cursing me out with a hard ER. But no, Caleb, you seem pretty cool. If this was, say, about 200 years ago, I think we could have been great friends. Like, you would totally let me hang out on your front lawn. Actually, Ryan is so terrible at being a white person that Caleb uses Ryan Thomas as a poster child for what really happens when you go black. Ryan Thomas, your reputation precedes you. You know, before I knew who Ryan was, I'd already heard about how big his dick was. Isn't that crazy? Sure enough, when I got to know Ryan, I found out the only thing bigger than Ryan Thomas's dick was everyone else's dick. And you know what else? I find it odd that I'm the only woman up here on this dais. Like, thank you. I'm the only one brave enough to grace this stage. Like, none of you ladies wanted to roast him. You'd think out of all the women Ryan has infected, one of you guys would want to bring him back. Well, just FYI, swallow bitch is not the same as a no gag order. What is it though, seriously? Did he Matt Lauer you? I was shooting for one of those. You know, with all these claims circulating, someone asked me if Ryan had any kids we knew about. I think the better question is, does Ryan actually have any sex that we know about? Seriously, because why aren't you ladies saying anything? No one is asking you to kiss and tell, but if you are going to kiss Ryan, a little warning for everyone else would be nice. Ryan, you're so cool. You know, your dreads kind of look like something I pulled out of my vacuum. If I had the opportunity to be Ryan Thomas for a day, I would rather take my chances as an unarmed black man. I love you. Hey, Charlie. Thank God you're good looking. You know, you're probably the only person on this dais I would sleep with, and that's just so I can get a discount on my next eighth. I know what you're all thinking, and yes, I did the math. A plan B is cheaper than an eighth. I heard you were extra fertile. Guy Justice. You know, I'm a little nervous saying anything about Guy. Guy is a very sensitive person. Guy got dumped after a 3-week relationship and took a 3-month leave of absence. Out of state. Where were you all summer, Guy? No one cares. It's fine. Guy, you look like the face of the friend zone. Really, Guy, you could be married tomorrow with 3 kids and you'd still be friend zoned. And what's up with that voice, Guy? When you talk, you sound like a failed Wichita Falls comedian gargling cum. Michael Head. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? You're kind of brutal tonight. Hey, did you know everyone calls you Dirty Mike? And it's not just because you had sex with a 17-year-old in a men's bathroom. Whatever. We get it, okay? He gave consent. No, that's not why they call you Dirty Mike. They call you Dirty Mike because you've known Ryan the longest and you still let him suck your dick. Now that's dirty, Mike. Michael's special though. Sorry to hear about your breakup. That was pretty recent, huh? Yeah, so they were trying to have a baby together, but she got tired of waiting. Apparently Mike's sperm was moving way too slow. They kept getting DWIs. Yeah, so as we speak, Mike's sperm has a suspended driver's license. Mike's blood type is 40% alcohol by volume. Sorry. No surprise why she'd choose you to as a potential donor though, Mike. You're very smart. The only thing higher than Mike's IQ is his blood alcohol content. Well, that and Chuck's weed prices. Actually, I take both of those back. The only thing higher than Chuck's weed prices is Jason's hair. Jason, are you a fat Asian or a skinny Mexican? So, everyone knows Jason was in the Air Force. Thank you for your service. Yeah. Well, what you don't know is while he was deployed, all his mom wanted for Christmas was a folded flag. I was told John Lee would be here. John Lee, I was told John Lee would be here. Are you here? I was also told John Lee was a Jehovah's Witness. Maybe if we turn off all the lights and pretend no one's home, he'll leave. You know, I'm honestly glad. Ryan, you are living proof that you can have a face not even a mother could love. Yeah, I heard she's a Cowboys cheerleader. What's that about? Is that true? Well, she might love you if you were black. Is that why you keep identifying as black? Well, if it makes you feel better, every white person in this room wishes you were black too. Just so they can drop you off in Ferguson and let nature take its course. Don't worry, white people, we're not marching for that shit.
Alright, our next performer you might recognize because he looks like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, sure, I bet we do. Yeah, video for the 3rd time. Okay, why not? Lights, I guess? We're gonna do that again too, or how? hear a hum. What are your aspirations? Hello, I'm Ryan Thomas. I like sex on the beach. My poodle. Can we fill in the blanks? We'll go to our next performer. You might recognize him because he looks like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. That is, if Goku gained 100 pounds, lived on the streets of a Philippine village, and sucked dick for crack. Please welcome Jason Hester to the stage. Knock it off!
I think the video folks doesn't like to see them. Look at all these sex offenders on here. All these shades of sex offenders. Matt Lauer has nothing on. You not hear me? Alright. Are you giving up for Robbie, our bartender? He's in a band called Carnage Theory. They say gingers have no soul, but if you've heard Robbie play, he proves they have no rhythm either. And Sam Pack, everybody, the little China man right there next to the other Chinese guy. Sam does a lot for Wichita County. He was in charge of emptying the shelter, and they emptied the dog shelter, so give a hand for that. On an unrelated note, he's selling egg rolls 2 for $1. And James Shuling, everybody. You may recognize him from Big Brother, or you may recognize him from trying to have sex with your underage daughters. James' first taste of fame wasn't actually Big Brother. It was a little movie called The Temple of Doom where he yelled, "Dr. Jones, come here hot!" Mike and Chuck from Dogwalks. If you ever heard him play, if you ever heard Dogwalks play, he sounded more like dog shit. Speaking of dog shit, everybody, Ryan Thomas's hair. Mike looks like Kurt Cobain with Down syndrome.
You deserve it!
Mike smokes so much weed, if we cremated him, we can sell him for $10 a gram. Or in Chuck's case, $20 a gram. You may not know, but Mike is 35 and he still lives with his mother. Shout out, thank you Miss Hitt for letting him stay out past the porch lights. And Mike recently broke up with his girlfriend. She said if she wanted to date somebody with long hair who she had to scissor with to have sex, then she'd just become a lesbian. Mike's liver is so shriveled, crusty, and black, you can hear it singing lead for Bad Badger. Everybody. KK Caleb. Have you discovered fire yet? I'm kidding. We all saw that crash show burning in Marcia's front yard. Caleb recently took a vacation to Cancun, and they told the locals.
Sorry.
Finish it. Fuck you, I'm gonna finish. That's not right, Ryan? I'm gonna finish? Let me finish. Caleb just took a vacation to Cancun, and then he told the locals, if you don't speak English, you need to leave this country. I tried to stay the night at Caleb's house one night, but he had eye holes in all of his sheets. And at the panorama, you can tell it's him because he had skid marks in his sheets on the back. Caleb is so fat that he sweats gravy. But not that brown gravy bullshit, only white gravy. I don't know if y'all have him on Facebook, but he goes by Gorbison. Yeah, Caleb, are you in some kind of fitness protection program? I went to Walmart one time and I saw Caleb in the sheet aisle hanging out, asking people if they want to try them on. Caleb, you look like an extra from Roots. You too, Toby. Jonathan Lee, everybody. Who the fuck is Jonathan Lee?
That's you!
Is that dude who lays on the bushes and sucks dick for money?
Nice bush!
Anybody got $5 I can borrow? Oh, sweet Marcia. Thank you for being here. She took the night off from her job. She's a ring girl for dog fights. Marcia, I love you and Precious. You're even better when you put on that helmet and start on the blind side. Chris Robeson, everybody. Chris sings a song called Carter. Because they say, rap about what you know. He needs to sing about being 3 months late on child support. I don't know if y'all can smell it, but it smells like cocoa butter lotion and fried chicken from over there. And that's Mike. Mike and Ryan. Yeah, Ron smells like anal lube. Ryan calls him black, but we're less racist, so we just call him bad credit. If y'all can see Chris's hair, he looks like Whoopi Goldberg has him in a scissor walk. Chris is like the black Al Bundy because his wife hates him, his kids hate him, and he sells women's shoes for a living. I'm kidding, Chris. Al Bundy took care of his kids. Guy Justin, everybody. If y'all don't know, Guy Justin just got roasted by the sound man. This is embarrassing. Guy, you look like Penguin from Batman. Y'all don't worry about Kevin, but we gotta worry about Guy. Guy bombed so much he could lead ISIS. Guy, you sound like Buffalo Bill gargling cum. If y'all didn't know this, Guy is Ellen DeGeneres' stunt double. Guy, you look like a bleached asshole. But congratulations to Guy, he recently hit puberty. That's why he's not clean shaven. Congrats on your first period. Guy's a shitty musician, a shitty comedian, and a shitty bartender. That was a joke, that's true. Even Hitler knew when his career was over, Guy.
He killed himself!
up Kevin in the back of their truck from in front of the Home Depot. You got it. Thank you. Kevin, you look like the shit emoji grew a beard. Kevin's been working in the garden so long, he's starting to look like a Mexican garden gnome. Chuck, you look like Grizzly Adams' Dick Acorn, so. Chuck looks like Jesus if Jesus could turn water into weed. And then overcharge for it. Chuck is a Pablo Escobar of the trailer park. Chuck recently had a son named Connor. Congratulations on that. If he would have had a girl, he would have named her Mary Wanda. And for the man of the hour, Rickety Ryan Thomas. Yeah, nobody clap for you because you fucking suck.
Fuck you motherfuckers!
Ryan has the body of a 12-year-old and the face of herpes. They say rap about what you know, and Ryan raps about fetal alcohol syndrome.
Serious topic.
On serious topics,
Serious topic.
7 years ago, a guy shot up Toby's and he shot up Hastings. And that's sad. He shot the doorman at Toby's. So if you're wondering why Ryan is always our doorman, we're hoping he comes back and finishes the job.
Not soon enough.
That was brutal.
Too dark? Somebody call Marisa, it's dark right now. Ryan, you look like Smeagol took a vacation down to Jamaica. Ryan's been in the closet so long, you're starting to look like Mr. Tomlins from Narnia on meth. I don't know if y'all can see this, but Ryan has a big white strip of hair going down his head. Are you anamorphing into a skunk? Those dreads, Ryan, you look like the Predator. But the only one hunting you is Chris Hansen. Why don't you have a seat, Ryan? I know what y'all thinking. Ryan looks like cat piss and meatballs, but he looks like he smells like cat piss and meatballs. You do. He smells good. I'm surprised. He smells like I said, Chris's Hansen. Ryan is like Rapunzel, but instead of letting his hair down, he lets everybody in his life down. Ryan, well, if we would have watched the video that he edited, Ryan is an aspiring rapper and actor. He's trying to follow in the steps of the late great Tupac. So if any of y'all want to do a drive-by on him, let us know. And don't worry, Ryan, your hologram will be missing its teeth too. But I'm not going to badmouth Ryan. Life already did that to him. And I want to say congrats to Marcia. She's leaving. We're going to miss you. Yeah, she's one of the best comedians up here. Everybody give it up for Marcia. And Ryan, we could more than likely run this place without you, so I don't know really what to say nice other than good job, I'm not crying yet.
Thank you, Jason. I hope James enjoyed that enough to make him sleep indoors tonight. This next roaster is so...
Pleasure to see everybody out here tonight. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah. Michael hit everyone. Fun fact, Michael, you drink a lot, buddy. Fun fact, Michael owns this place, and he somehow still got fired for drinking on the job. rehired himself. Actually, Michael, this started out as an intervention for you. And then we all just kind of decided that nobody gave a shit. And we would rather just watch you drink a hole through your stomach. The lovely Marcia Eligwe, everyone. Lovely Nubian princess. I'm not only just here for a one dollar for everyone. And considering all the abortions she's had, we may have to hire a Ghostbuster or two. But seriously, Marcia is a great woman, hell of a cook. She invited me over and cooked me a traditional meal from her family's home country in Africa. And that was the best damn UN food relief packet I've ever had in my life. So good. So good. Robbie Warren, our resident bartender Ginger, he was gonna be on the dais here, but he decided he would be too brutal. He may just be too brutal to do the roast. But I have news for you, Robbie. I already had some jokes written, and you didn't get out of shit. Robbie is a detail specialist at the car wash. That's kind of like when I was a structural pizza engineer at Domino's. Robbie, when you wax your mustache and you oil your beard, do you save a little dab for your vagina as well? Jason Hester, everyone, he is here with us tonight. Jason is a Filipino with the heart of an American and the soul of a Texan, but he still has an Asian penis. How do you think I know? Jason served in the Air Force because he wanted to do great and fantastic things in the world, and they made him a gas station attendant. He served in the glorious 42nd Cashiers Division. Their motto is, "You guys raise hell, we'll get you that 10 on pump 2." Chris Robertson is here with us tonight. Contrary to popular belief among these people, I am not a racist. I have lots of black friends, like Crow, he's back there, Chris, Marcia, and that's about it, but it counts for something, it has to. Chris, you remind me of Lenny Kravitz with low testosterone levels and mild scoliosis. Seriously, Chris, you are hands down the whitest black man that I have ever met in my life. You are so white that I bet that your criminal record is all written warnings. You are so white that I bet that fat white women reject you. And you like women with little butts, I bet, too. Jonathan Lee. Who the fuck is Jonathan Lee? We don't know. We seriously don't know why he's here. We don't know why you're here. Kevin Segura, everyone. Kevin Segura. Kevin is a Guatemalan, or as I like to call it, a false Mexican. Kevin works for the Postal Service, which basically means neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow. He will never escape a mediocre career. Charles Bridges is here with us tonight. Our resident herbologist. Charles, you could literally be a scientist working at MIT driving a hover car that you invented, and I would still assume that your ass sells buds to pay the bills. And it's true, Charles here, he once got Ryan to smoke a whole joint of his pubes. And Ryan didn't ask one fucking question because he actually got high off of it, dude. You smoke a lot of weed. Charles just had a brand new baby boy a couple months back. I started a college fund for it, but I'm a realist and this is your kid, so I'm thinking this college fund is probably going to turn into a forklift certification license fund. Or possibly bail. Guy Justison, our comedic sweetheart. Guy here is a male feminist, otherwise known as a giant walking vagina. But he's a learned scholar. He's a learned man. He went to a 4-year university. He majored in English. And he has a master's in unemployment. And now we roll around to our man of the hour, Ryan Thomas. Ryan fucking Thomas. This heroin hobbit. He stole Michael's cock ring, so I guess that makes him more of a Smeagol. He's the only one small enough to fit it. Ryan, you are the male equivalent of that ghetto white girl that everybody knows that's actually unemployed, but she tells everybody she's the CEO of Bad Bitch Incorporated. Seriously, your resume on your LinkedIn profile is just, it redirects to your SoundCloud. You get job interviews just so the managers can tell you how bad your music sucks. Ryan aspired to be an actor recently. In his time in Hollywood, he didn't manage to make it outside of Gay for Pay. But he is the first documented case of Kevin Spacey refusing to molest someone. Ryan, we were really worried about you when we found out that you came down with the AIDS. Luckily, the AIDS found out it was in you and promptly killed itself.
You're all welcome.
But seriously, Ryan, none of us would be here if we didn't love you. And I love everybody on this dais. I don't really know a lot of you guys, so I'm not going to say I love you, okay? I love all of you. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nolte. Right in the healthcare field is the head butt wipe at the local crazy house. That's my man. That's my man. Way to go, Caleb. Hey, guys, this next performer, shit, we don't even know why he's here, who the fuck invited him, or how the hell he got on this dais, and if it wasn't for his name being written on this sheet of paper, I don't fucking know that either. John Lee, everybody!
Guy Justin looks like a duck someone force-fed to make foie gras, but if you eat his liver, you get Hep C and alcohol poisoning. Chuck, I've never bought weed from you. Probably not gonna now. Kevin, Palestinian, Honduran, Guatemalan, Mexican. It could be any of those. Caleb's gonna get it wrong, and I'm not gonna care. Jason, the most interesting thing about you is that your roommate is someone I don't give a shit about. Caleb, Jesus. The hair on Caleb's head looks like it's running away to get off the back of his fucking neck. Caleb Nolte has the shoes of a divorced dad. Ryan Thomas, look, if you guys are confused as to why you're here for a roast for Ryan Thomas, don't worry, so am I. I I thought that, traditionally you had to accomplish something, but, kind of on the place, so. Also, shots. I found this on the floor over here, so I'm just gonna assume. Black. Jesus Christ. You ever get journeys in the mall? That's pretty much a joke by itself. That's like a large portion of your life. You ever sit and think about that and just want to fucking shoot yourself? I know, right? Ryan, Jesus Christ, Ryan Thomas. If you guys really wanted to roast Ryan Thomas, you would just let him stand up here for an hour and tell jokes. It would be way funnier than anything anyone up here has done tonight. You just gotta watch Ryan Thomas be Ryan Thomas, and that's pretty much a roast of Ryan Thomas. Ryan, most people up here tonight are ending their sets with a heartfelt, this is all in good fun, but I just want you to genuinely know that I do not like you. And you annoy me.
Thank you, John Lee. Hey, buddy, maybe next time you perform, try to get a haircut that's not being advertised in Bull Dyke Weekly. I like that I made it a weekly publication, like they have so much to say. I think it's funny. I don't know. It could have been that or monthly. I don't give a shit. All right, our last roaster of the night, guys, has gotten so high. So much. He now has the personality of a bong rip. He smokes so much weed every time he comes inside his girlfriend, she gets a contact high, and 9 months later gives birth to a dime bag. Chuck Bridges, everybody!
How we doing, Deep End? How we doing? Coming out. Thank you for coming out, guys. All right, let's get right into this shit. Guy Justice, and he is the self-proclaimed originator of comedy at the Deep End, mainly because no one else gives a shit enough to own that title. You used to run the comedy chapter at the Deep End until Caleb Nolte took the reins. You used to bang Catherine Crowder until Caleb also took over that show. How sad is it that your life would be that much better had he not existed? Oh, man. I love you, buddy. I love you. But your comedy is so washed up that parents tell their kids to Guy Justice in before dinner. How does it feel to know that all your comedy friends have left you behind without actually going anywhere? The only reason your career has any movement is because the planet rotates. Do you like that one? Science. Ever since you stopped heading the comedy chapter at the Deep End, you've been harder to find than Listerine at Ryan's house. Guy's been all over the world doing music and comedy. I asked him, what's it like to hear other countries applaud and laugh? He said, I don't know. Guy does a lot of jokes about politics. He also likes pulling ticks off Caleb's back. The late Caleb Nolte, everybody. I'm just going to get used to saying it because he's probably going to die soon. To say you've let yourself go is to say that Ryan Thomas is not classically handsome. Caleb, you're so bloated, you look like a dead body that was just pulled out of a lake. Caleb only agreed to come to this roast if we added the word beef to it. Caleb, you're so white trash, your idea of surf and turf is eating hamburger helper out of your sister's pussy. Like a drug mule without the drugs. Just a mule. Speaking of drug mules, Kevin Segura is a mail carrier for USPS, and man, do I wish Anthrax would come back to the style. Kevin, you look like a Palestinian that gave up and became a Mexican. I, like most people here, don't know shit about Jonathan Lee, but he looks like a faggot, so fuck him. No, seriously though, Jonathan Lee, he loves to eat pussy right after a guy shoots a load in it. Marcus DJ Maniac, he couldn't be here, but he was on the video that went so well. That's actually somebody who has the credibility to be roasted. He is the hardest working musician in town. Of course, that is if you consider pushing buttons and singing Journey with drunk white people actually work. Chris Roberson, everybody, right on here. Chris plays guitar in a band called Bad Badger. They actually had a CD release party here a few months back. I didn't know you could have a CD release party for something no one fucking wanted. I actually heard that CD won Coaster of the Year. Good job, buddy. I'd rather hear gunshots coming from my parents' bedroom than listen to that shit. Chris played in a band called Dr. Feelgood. Right? Yeah. Now he plays in Bad Badger. Very accurate naming. I heard when your next member dies, you're changing the name to fucking awful Dr. Badger. He's okay with it. You can't be offended. People have been saying Chris is a bad father, and that's just not true. I remember hearing Chris give the most heartfelt happy birthday to his son over the phone in the back of Toby's. He's also a comedian. Have you seen his stand-up act, though? I've seen more people laughing in the waiting room at St. Jude's Hospital. Chris, you are to comedy what Marcia is to the high jump. Marcia is single now. Did she break up with her ex or did she eat him? Alright. Marcia, your pussy is so big you could divide it into East Vagina, West Vagina, South Vagina and still have enough to left over to make a catcher's mitt. Marcia, your pussy is so gross your panties look like hot wing paper. Extra sauce. A lot of people think Marcia is black, but she's actually very white. She does all kinds of white people things. She likes hiking, riding horses, playing Yahtzee. She reads. She eats with utensils. She wipes. I smoked weed, snorted coke, dropped acid, pop pills, but I still can't find a drug that makes her fuckable. The only way I'd bang you is if I had a fight with my dick and I wanted to get even. I mean, I don't want to say her pussy is stretched out from being fucked by black guys, but I heard Evel Knievel's going to jump it next Thursday. Marcia's cousin plays linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a backup though, so they don't always get free tickets. Sometimes they have to put a Steelers jersey on her and tell security she's Jerome Bettis. Somebody else now. Jason Hester, how you doing, brother? NBC's The Biggest Loser called Jason, said, we want you on the show. He said, I'm not that fat. They said, we know. Seriously, Jason, you're single, 37, you live with a roommate. The only way that's worse is if you were single, 37, and living with your mom. Oh, hey, Mike. How you doing, brother? I don't see that. Mike, your test came back. There was some blood in your alcohol. Mike is such an alcoholic that he blew into the court-ordered breathalyzer on his car, and his fucking car got a DUI. Even when Mike was a baby, his mother knew he would be an alcoholic. When she breastfed him, he wouldn't suck on her tit unless she put salt on the rim of her nipple. I don't want to say your liver's enlarged, but it showed up on my chest x-ray. Your liver is in such bad shape, if it was a person, it would be Caleb Nolte. In case we didn't know. Crow Birdie, where you at, buddy? Hey Crow, what does your girlfriend and the Deep End DJ shows have in common? You can plug them all you want, nobody's coming. I'm done with these fucks. The man of the hour, Ryan Thomas. One more time, yeah, put your hands together for him. Fuck it, man. Let me feel good one last time. You don't have to do that. There are two types of people in this world, those who hate Ryan Thomas and those who haven't fucking met him. They say the longer you smoke, the more it stunts your growth. There must be cigarette burns on the inside of Ryan's mother's pussy. God damn that empty dead tooth cavity in your mouth. That's just a song. God damn that empty dead tooth cavity in your mouth. Your breath smells like you ate Marcia's pussy with a side of onion rings and washed it down with a pitcher of cat piss. Ryan, you are more white trash than a McDonald's bag in a dumpster filled with Kathy Griffin's tampons. That's really specific, you get it. Ryan has a tattoo of pizza on his arm because he's a piece of shit. Ryan's a closet homo. He's not hiding anything. He just likes sucking dicks where the coats are. About $1 for every time Ryan drank my piss out of a bottle. Well, I'd only have $2, but that would be a sweet $2. I'd cash it into nickels, put them in a sock, and beat the shit out of Ryan. Let's talk about Mr. Thomas's career choices for a bit. Seriously. Ryan had headshots done because he wanted to be an actor. That was such a dumb move that Ebert and Roper gave him 2 thumbs down syndrome. Ryan always tells people his rap music as the poetic genius has a positive effect. He just doesn't tell them it's HIV positive. Get AIDS. Ryan works security here. Who made that fucking decision? I'd feel more secure giving Kevin Spacey a Viagra and asking him to watch my son. Bad job. Ryan is considering fighting for Uncle Sam and joining the military. He figures why not? He's already been fucked by one uncle before. Thank you so much for agreeing to this, and thank you guys for coming out tonight. This wouldn't have been possible without you doing for it. I appreciate you letting us do this to you, man. You have a good night, bro.
The man of the hour is about to wet himself. So please, Cheddar, tell me that video's ready. No, it's not? What do you mean it's not? Dude, if it doesn't work, this...
Wait for it.
There's no fucking way.
Wait for it. Go away. Go away. Go away. 3, 2, 1.
It's, backed up drink.
We have never been so sad to see Ryan Thomas in our life.
Honestly, like anybody, I just want to be happy. I like entertaining people. I don't know that I do a great job of that, but people do seem to be entertained when I'm around. Everything. I'd like to even go into competitive ice dancing one day. I've been training myself to be a competitive eater for years. I definitely want to do acting and hip hop. I really want to get more into the professional fields of both. I'd like to do real hip hop, jingles for Mentos commercials. I think, you know, at this point in my acting career, it's
time to have him tell his story, I guess. Give it back to everybody else, Ryan. The world has shit on you your whole life. It's your time to shit on it back. So here you go, Ryan. Your chance to give it all back. Ryan Thomas, everybody.
This is where we go for.
No. Okay. Alright. Fuck you guys. Alright, like I do with most of my comedy sets, I did not prepare for this, so just a sec. I have a couple notes on some people. We have a lot of really awesome people up here tonight. Like, everybody I would consider a pretty decent acquaintance. And Jason Hester. Anyone that knows Jason Hester also knows John Leguizamo with Down syndrome. So, like, Jason Hester up here, everybody give him some applause like he was the best. Alright. Honestly though, when Jason laughs, it sounds like the bad guy from every Kung Fu movie ever. Okay, sorry. No, really, everybody's been hating on my movie career, but I literally just got signed. Damn. Everybody's seriously been hating on my movie career. Hey, fuck you guys, fuck all you guys, because I just signed on to a new movie, so fuck all y'all. Yeah, I just signed on to a new movie. It's called When Jason Met James. It's a superhero movie about this guy that has the power to fuck any girl he wants to. Any girl. As long as his tiny redneck roommate has already nutted in her mouth.
Are you the girl?
Like, as long as he's done that, boom, he's gonna get in there.
Are you the girl?
I'm playing Jason. Okay, alright, whatever. Guy Justice and everybody's been making fun of Guy's accent tonight. But let's be honest, I've never, dude, as many times as I've seen you stand up, as I've had conversations with you, when you talk like this, I don't notice it because you talk with your hands so much. You beat the fuck out of me every time you make a point, and it's really annoying. I mean, honestly, I think the way you talk with your hands is more like a mute Doctor Strange doing Chinese sign language while gargling cum. Okay, so Chris Roberson. Everybody says that Chris is the least black guy that they've ever known. Like, how are you an Oreo? In what way are you an Oreo? We're gonna break it down scientifically. Ready? Everybody get your calculators out. Chris Roberson is a 31-year-old African-American man that has a child out of wedlock with a fat white woman. He also drives a truck without a license that's already broken down with a glove box full of weed that he probably paid too much for because he bought it from Chuck. But he's not that black, guys. He's not that black. He's attempting to become a professional musician, rapper, and rock star with dreadlock extensions
Okay, those aren't real, motherfucker. He's a big... He's been evicted from every apartment or house or whatever it was that he lived in, because I know I lived with him once. And his dad comes around seriously about as often as Amber Alerts aren't caused by Jonathan Lee. So, yeah, he's not that black. Totally. He's not a black guy. Jonathan Lee, apparently the only reason Jonathan Lee is here is because he sold me an eighth once. So Chuck, anyways, Chuck recently had a kid. Congrats, bro. Hey, no. Everybody give it up for Chuck. He just had a kid. Chuck is a dad now. Seriously, it's a beautiful kid. A beautiful human being, and I bought an eighth from him in the parking lot. Really though, your weed is so expensive that the only thing that sells less are the Dog Vault CDs in your fucking apartment. I went to Ace Cash a Check the other day, and I was gonna try and buy some pot from Chuck. Turns out the payday loan places don't keep that much cash on hand. I don't know.
She might be
A sadder, stranger, stupider version of Hodor from Game of Thrones is here tonight. Everybody give it up for Caleb Nolte, baby! Caleb Nolte is here! Hodor! Okay. Caleb Nolte's computer is filled with child porn, incest videos, and detailed how-tos on bestiality. He doesn't even have an internet connection yet. Spectrum and the FBI have consecutive appointments next week. Caleb is, other than being a comedian, he's also known for his contributions to science. Just last June, a sample of his blood revealed a new type of diabetes. It's actually racist diabetes. Instead of killing you slowly, it lights crosses on your front lawn at night. Michael, I love you, Michael. Seriously, without you, we would not have built this motherfucker and have all these people in it giving us money tonight. It's fucking awesome. Give it up for Michael Hitt. He knows math, and it makes us successful instead of just stoners. We're a bunch of stoners with a math guy. It's awesome. People come to our bar because he knows math. It's literally just math. Mike Hitt, though, really, he loves to hear himself talk. He basically replaced Chuck as the MC tonight because he said, hey, I'm going to replace you as the MC tonight. I don't know. He's been brutal. He's been seriously mean and terrible tonight with everything he's said. It's almost as though this is his new calling. We all know it wasn't music. Good job, Dog Walt. Seriously, the only thing bigger than Mike's ego is the hole in his liver. Sorry, my bad. I've been drinking. Mike Hitt's the only thing bigger than Mike Hitt's ego is the hole in his liver. It's about the size of a roll of his Day One AA chips. So you picture that. That's how much he can drink. Yeah, whatever. Mike's band Dog Waltz hasn't written a new song in about 3 years. Some think it's because Mike's voice is going out from all the whiskey. It's actually not true. Mike Hitt's breakup has inspired a new song, and it's not about rape for the first time in Dog Waltz history. It's called Drinking Alone. You can find it on iTunes this January. Sorry. Okay, so Marcia's here. Everybody give it up for Marcia, the first African comedian for Crystal Falls. That's a record. Okay. Marcia is here, and sorry, let me give you a traditional welcome. Tiki tiki. Marcia. There we go. Okay. You know, for 38 cents a day, I'm not gonna tell that joke. I'm fucking with you guys. We all know she didn't actually get sponsored by an American family. If anything, she ate the rest of the kids in her village. Sure. Let's be honest. She was never poor. Marcia was never poor. Her family, in combination with the Noltes, and a lot of man hours and a lot of time, actually helped start the slave trade. And by the way, Marcia, for the 3/5 compromise, it doesn't mean for every 5 white guys you suck off, 3 black guys won't hit you more. Okay. Ooh, too much? Okay, did I cross the line? Okay. Kevin Segura, or the gay hipster version of Che Guevara, is here. He's lost a lot of weight since we first met. Who knew chronic masturbation and crying yourself to sleep at night would be such a great workout? It's not Caleb, but Guy probably already knew about that. Okay, and John Lee. I don't know. But seriously, everybody, as we're in it tonight, you know, as I look across this crowd to my left, to my right, at wannabe comedians and second-rate rock stars, I don't know. I remember that this ridiculous production, it's all my fault. I'm always sticking my feet in my mouth. Always getting too fucked up to tell the difference between Jason and Kim Jong-un. But I see a lot of faces I love. None that I don't. I don't see any faces that I don't love out tonight either. And there are a couple of faces in this crowd that I even remember finishing on. Okay. Sorry. And as I said, you know, I want to be a comedian maybe someday. I'm not a great comedian, but let me finish this. Let me finish this thing. I wrote this about 12 hours ago, and I made something special for everybody. Now everybody from the 940, put your motherfucking hands up if you want to hear me flow. Yeah. Watch me roast these hoes. Everybody in the 940, put your motherfucking hands up. Oh wait, oh no. Now notice that these jokers and these jokes start to get a little rough. Notice nobody on the dais had any of their goddamn hands up.
I had my hands up, Ryan. Yeah, we all had my hands up.
This easy target's about to get you fucked up. 1, 2, and 3 into the 4. 1 cock, 3 cock, 2 cocks, 4. 4 cock, 3 cock, 2 cock, 1. Marcia swallowed it all and she still ain't done. Alright. Jason ain't no entertainer. He sits on his hands and gives James Schuling friendly strangers. I know everything they said about me is a little obvi. I am a white dude with dreads. I am a fucking bum. I'm missing a tooth, and I do tell people my dick is long. Okay. My boy Black isn't Uncle Tom. Caleb's dumber than Cheddar Bob. Kevin sets her too long and he doesn't know when he's done. John Lee touches little boys and he does it for fun. And Jason did fuck my girl. I'm still standing here screaming, well, back in the day I did fuck Chuck's girl and it was good. Don't ever judge me, you don't know what the fuck I've been through, but I know something about this dude, Guy. Where are you, Guy? Guy went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. But a midlife crisis when he was 17 made him wind up in Iowa Park. If only he's fucking stayed there. This guy's a comedian. His real name's Guy. But when we let him keep going, we want to, because you see how hard he tries, right? Mike lives at home with one of his parents.
Oh shit!
And his parents have a real non-existent marriage. Anyways, you guys don't want to throw shade. Y'all green. I've been the butt of jokes for years, and still I run this scene. Everybody fucking here, right? I mean, goddamn. Just look at the crowd and see all these motherfuckers here showed up for me. So I say, fuck the dais, fuck the deep end, fuck the crowd, fuck these shitty comedians, fuck the has-been robbers. I said rockers, I've been drinking, fuck y'all. Fuck Africa, fuck El Salvador, because that's where he's actually from. Fuck the Mormon kid, okay? And fuck Chuck's mom is a whore. Sorry. Just kidding.
That's fucking right. I'm pretty sure that's fucking right.
Chuck's mom is a saint, everybody, just for the record. Fuck everybody, okay? Fuck y'all if you doubt me. I'm a piece of fucking white trash, and I fuck this roast. I'll fucking say it proudly. God damn it. I'm outie. Everybody up here told a bunch of jokes that everybody already fucking knew about me. I think that's how Eminem did it. I don't remember. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. Buy another beer.
Let's hear from Ryan Thomas, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out to the deep into the roast. The first roast ever. The roast of Ryan motherfucking Thomas. Love you, brother. Thank you for coming out. Hey, if y'all want to say something about Ryan, we'll keep this microphone on. You know, who gives a shit, right? But otherwise, let's go get those games on. Stick around if you will. We got great beer specials all night. Get to a bucket of beers for $10.